All right, today I have Ioannis. Ioannis, welcome.
Thank
Can you
you.
introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Ioannis Antypas, Greek originally. I've been in Saudi Arabia now for 4 years.
Ioannis, can you remember the first time you realized how dangerous or powerful technology could be?
Ooh, you're starting straight away. Very, very tough question, huh? Yes, I remember in 2017, the issue that happened with British Airways. Do you remember it? Are you aware of it?
I'm not aware of.
The system failure that happened at Heathrow Airport.
Okay.
It's so nowadays we come to a point where the wars are not taking place in arms; they're taking place digitally, and sometimes it doesn't have to be a war, but it could be an attack that can sabotage a whole thing. So it wasn't terrorism, it wasn't sabotage, but it was a software failure that has grounded more than 400 flights.
400.
Absolutely, and it's stranded tens of thousands of passengers across the whole airport. And that was a hit not only on the airport itself, but on technology itself, as well as the UK as a whole. So technology nowadays is nervous system.
A nervous system.
Absolutely. It's the nervous system that is of a modern life. So when it glitches, even nations can freeze.
Nations.
Absolutely.
We're talking about like a whole country,
Absolutely. I
a
mean,
whole nation. Yeah.
when you have 400 flights grounded because of a system glitch that happened because of whatever attack that happened, then that's a very big issue.
What was that system glitch?
I'm not 100% sure, but it was a corrupted database.
It's a corrupted database.
Absolutely. Yes.
Did the UK, did they determine who made that glitch or who did that?
I am not aware of basically, because when it comes to cybersecurity, sometimes you can't and you won't find who did it or when it happened until after like a very long time it happens. So with that being said, I haven't seen, but what I'm aware of is it was related to a corrupted database.
The corrupted database.
Exactly.
Yes.
But of course, it could happen by anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. I mean, look, with hacking and cybersecurity, there is two things to it. There is financial gain, and there is the person who is trying to show off and say, I can do this and I can do that.
Okay.
But hacking, it could be in the form of financial gain, or it could be into data gain, which means you have something that I don't have, which I need to get hold of. What is the way of me to get hold of it? And sometimes it is hacking and attacks such as this that it could take place. So
It was a big hit, eh?
absolutely.
I haven't heard about it. 2017, eh?
Yes, with British Airways.
British Airways.
British Airways.
Just specifically British Airways.
Yes, it's a British Airways system failure. And as you know, British Airways is a British
Yes.
brand.
Yes.
It's a British
It's a
company.
big company.
Absolutely. And it's
Yeah.
worldwide known. So it's, and majority of, the UK's flights are British Airways. So it's a nation, it's government backed, or more likely government owned corporation.
Corporation.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. So before you, I know that you are very big into, you're actually one of the leaders in cybersecurity. But before that, you was also an entrepreneur.
Yes, I'm still an entrepreneur.
You are, yes. Okay.
Absolutely. I still do things on the side.
Yes. What was your aha moment as an entrepreneur in tech?
I mean, you said tech itself, but in reality, it is not in
It's
tech.
not tech.
Absolutely not. It's in the trust.
Okay.
So I would meet organizations that basically would have world-class antivirus and firewalls, but they would still go ahead and choose a password such as admin123.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Absolutely. That baffles me.
Okay.
Big organizations, literally very big organizations, they will go ahead and they'll be, okay, we have the best firewall, we have the best antivirus, but let's choose admin123 as the password. And it will surprise you how often it happens. Now, the disconnect between investment and understanding, that's what became my mission in building organizations that don't just deliver technology, but actually helps people to understand it and how it works. So you understanding it will make it a lot easier and a lot better in you knowing what to do because you know the background of it.
Yes. Okay, yeah. How different is the cybersecurity landscape today compared to when you first started?
That's a very good question.
Yes.
And night and day. Years ago, cybersecurity was pretty much about keeping viruses and protecting your own computer. Today, it's all about keeping nations online. So I go back to nations.
Yes.
Keeping nations. So now, there are a couple of things when it comes to cybersecurity back then and now that have changed, and some have still not changed. For example, astonishingly, much of the world still runs on outdated systems. For example, many ATMs still operate on Windows XP or XP embedded.
ATMs.
Absolutely. You know the ATM.
The one where you withdraw money.
Yes, absolutely.
On Windows XP.
Absolutely. And that's a study, by the way. And that's proven in fact. And despite Microsoft ending the support for Windows XP in 2014, the WannaCry ransomware attack, for example, in 2017, again 2017, that 2017 was a very big year to a lot of things, but the WannaCry ransomware that hit, again, Britain's National Health Service, that was
NHS,
absolute
yes.
NHS. That was precisely because of hospitals that were still running Windows 7 and colonial pipeline that would literally supply fuel to the US, East Coast, and all of this was shut down just because of compromised password.
Just a password.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And not only that, but at this moment in time, we have entered an era of advanced threats built on legacy foundations.
What do you mean by legacy foundation?
Foundations that has been built decades ago. So, for example, we are trying to protect 21st century with 20th century systems.
Oh.
And that's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, technology gets updated daily, hourly, pretty much sometimes minutes by minutes, sometimes weekly. But the human awareness takes decades and takes literally sometimes generations to go through. And that's what is dangerous also.
You think that data and intelligence will overcome human intelligence in the future?
Look, I've always believed technology can do so many things. And machine learning, AI, robotics can be a great help. But what we need to work on is the accountability behind the technologists.
The technologists?
Absolutely.
The one who's creating the technology?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because technology can only do what we tell it to do.
Okay.
Even from the littlest things. We build it how we want it to be built. And we operate it how we want it to operate it. So what we need to create is a framework or legislative framework, or I don't know how people would want to call it, to hold technologists in account, for them to be accountable for what they create. Because back then, we used to create social media platforms to connect with us. Nowadays, they know us more than we do.
True. Actually true. Algorithms and all this.
They study us.
You even see things before you even think of. This is what I'm noticing.
Absolutely.
You know, like the way how I scroll through my social media, how I browse through my browsers, how I search things through my browsers, they would present in my eyes already before I even think of like, oh, new shoes, something like this.
Absolutely. And you know what's even funny? Your phone is the one thing that is controlling the whole algorithm. Whether it is something that you have watched, something that you have, even now, as a conversation we are having,
Yeah.
our mobile phones are listening.
Okay. Are they listening?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
And I will show you later features in
Okay.
Android and iOS that the phone is listening 24. Okay, so let me put it this way. Before we started the podcast,
Yeah.
Siri spoke to you.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
that
he did.
means
She did actually. Yes.
absolutely. So how did that happen? Because she's constantly listening to the keyword Siri. But then that
Okay.
doesn't mean the phone, or I mean, I don't want to be called conspiracy theorist or whatever.
Yeah.
But what if Apple or technologists again have got the phone listening to you 24/7 and only react when you say Siri, but record other keywords such as bombs, arms, threats, the US Embassy, for example, when it comes to under threat or whatever, and then those keywords, it will be flagged on their systems, but it will not be reflected as an action to you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So-
That makes sense. What's the biggest misconception of people have about hackers and cybersecurity threats?
That hackers are like the shadowy geniuses that break into systems through complex code. In reality, most cybersecurity attacks are exploited into the obvious.
Okay, can you elaborate on
Absolutely.
that? Yes.
So let's take into an example the Equifax breach. Have you heard of it?
No.
There was 147 million Americans that were
147.
absolutely that were affected because of one security patch that was not installed.
Okay.
So the target hack started through a stolen HEVAC vendor login, and that literally patch resulted into 147 million people. Sorry, data has been breached.
Being breached.
Absolutely, and the same thing, the data breached with Twitter before it was called X in 2010. 2020, 2020,
Yeah.
when it happened with Elon Musk and Barack Obama's also. Their accounts
Big
were
names.
hijacked. Absolutely, their accounts
These are
were
big
hijacked.
names, yeah.
Their accounts were hacked. Do you know why?
I don't know why.
Social engineering.
What is social engineering?
It's basically it's a form. It's one type of hacking.
Okay.
And that just shows you most hacks don't start with brilliance. They literally start with neglect. So as a result of that engineer that forgot or didn't install that security patch,
Yes.
look at the other result of how many people were affected of it.
Makes sense.
Absolutely. So
Yeah, makes sense. No, password 12345 6.
you gotta change that.
In your view, what is the weakest link in modern cybersecurity?
Before I say my view,
Yes.
I want you to say what you think.
I'm not really well versed of cybersecurity. I only know that I need to make my password complicated. That's it. Usually, the most common case, even before, I use only one password for everything.
And that's dangerous.
And that's dangerous, I know. Right now, I try to create passwords depending on my work, if it's personal, if it's for work, if it's for leisure and all this, it's for social media. I try to create different passwords, but it's so hard to remember.
Have you tried to use a password manager?
Yes, in Apple there is, I believe, passkey or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I'm not saying about Apple itself. I'm saying about a password manager, like a tool that is a password manager, such as, no brand deal, but such as Dashlane
No.
or LastPass.
No, I haven't.
You should check them out,
Okay.
definitely.
Is it safe?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You would only have to remember one password,
Yeah.
with, of course, alongside other stuff such as two-step authentication and recovery
Yeah.
codes and stuff like that. But all of the passwords that you have across your whole life, you can put them in there,
Yeah.
and that can potentially be used across all of your devices, whether it is a computer, laptop, desktop, phone, whatever, and that can fulfill the password for you. And the password would be like 20 characters long, 30
Okay.
characters long. It's very, very good.
Okay. Okay.
Really.
I'll have it a go.
Yeah,
I'll have it a go.
check it out.
But my view on the weakest link in cybersecurity, I think it's human.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Humans, and I would say confidently, always.
Okay.
Humans, always. So you can build the most advanced network in the world, but one careless employee could click a phishing link and you would have millions of investment disappearing just blink of an eye.
What's a phishing link?
A phishing link is again another form of hacking. It's when somebody sends you a link trying to be a brand that it isn't, but when you open it, it looks like the same brand. You put in your information, it uses it as if it was your information, but then the hackers or the attackers behind it use that information to log in onto the original brand in order to steal from you, whether it is
Okay.
financial or whether it is money, whether it is no matter what.
Just
it is.
data. Yes.
It's often finance.
It's
Related
often
to financial, absolutely. So nowadays, even NASA, Google, Microsoft, they continue doing phishing simulations internally within their companies because they know the best firewall still cannot protect against curiosity of human being. So cybersecurity is no longer an IT challenge. It is a behavioral one.
Okay.
So
Yeah, okay.
it's
Yes.
absolutely
So humans.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is this rampant? In which industry do you think this is rampant? Like phishing links, hacking, and all this.
Look, it depends on from which perspective you see it. If you see it from, I mean, there sometimes it could happen on a government level,
Okay. Which is very dangerous.
which is very dangerous, but
I would
very
say.
dangerous for nations, not very dangerous for the normal human being. Why? Because one country wants to find out intelligence on another country, and we see it every day. For example, spies of different countries, they do it on a daily basis. But then if I was to talk about a day-to-day basis that us humans we interact with, it's most likely financial,
Financial.
the financial industry, yes.
Yes. Do you think Saudi Arabia is doing a very good job in controlling this?
Absolutely. And at this moment in time, at this day and age, they are smashing it. They are smashing it. There is a very big improvement from what it used to be. I mean, I believe it used to be one of the top countries that gets attacked on a yearly basis.
Saudi Arabia.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It was one of the top countries because, I mean, we all know oil, money, investments, etc., people would want to take piece of the pie.
Yes.
So Saudi Arabia was one of the top countries to get attacked on a yearly basis. But nowadays that is getting reduced with,
Yeah.
of course, the frameworks the National Cybersecurity Authority is doing and
Yes.
they're putting in place and stuff like that. So
They're really doing a good job.
absolutely,
Yes.
they're improving
Yeah.
very, very.
Speaking of phishing emails or just basically this kind of emails, I noticed when I went on vacation 2024 in the US. I went there shopping, of course.
The usual.
Yes, the usual. In these stores, they would like, okay, so in order for you to get 25-30% off your purchase, you have to put in your email. Or, this kind of things, this kind of marketing methods. So I always put in my email. Of course, it's 30%, But when I came back in Saudi, there's a lot of emails coming through me like, your PayPal has been deducted. What is it? This is your purchase of $395. Click here to see your purchase. This kind of things. What is this?
Look, I cannot confirm
Yes.
what it is, but one thing for a fact is certain brands have partnered with marketing agencies that hold multiple companies under their belt. And what happens is when you share your email with one company and you agree to the terms, which 99% of the people don't read,
Yes.
you will read inside of it that the data you're submitting will be shared with our internal partners or network partners. When you see network partners, that's pretty much means all the companies that this company is partnered with or it's under. 30% sounds a deal, but you could play smart.
Yes.
There is a platform called Temp Mail,
temp mail.
absolutely, which is temporary email.
Yes.
Temp-mail.org. Again, not sponsored. It's temp-mail.org. They give you temporary emails. You could
Okay.
use that to get your discount and then just forget about it.
Yeah. Because man, like honestly, every day, because I like to keep my email tidy. I like to see zero
Emails.
emails. You
Same.
know, I like to see this all the time.
Absolutely.
But I'm deleting like maybe 300, 400 emails per day, which I really don't read because it's all in websites. It's all in shops and all this.
I want to ask you one thing.
Yes.
Have you ever heard or tried a platform called Have I Been Pound?
Have I been found?
Not found, pound.
Pound? No.
Yes. Pound as in P-O-W.
Yeah,
Pound.
pound.
Okay, after this session, I would
Yeah.
like you to go and visit Have I Been
Okay.
Pound and see. Put your email address
Okay.
and see if it has been compromised.
Have I been pound? Okay.
And not only that, but the platform will tell you if you have been compromised before or not. And not only that, but it will show you which company or website or database you were compromised from.
Wow.
And then you know where to go and to delete your information.
Yes. Or what's the most surprising or alarming cyber threat you've personally encountered?
I once worked with a logistics firm that had its entire fleet literally tracking dashboard publicly exposed just out of one simple mistake. And
Is
that's
it a human mistake?
no, because of no password.
No password.
Yes.
Okay.
The dashboard, the tracking dashboard, had no password
At all.
at all. And not only that, I mean, I don't want to call the company out, but their platform was indexed by Google. Google has got bots that are run 24/7 to basically check updates, index websites, changes, stuff like that, just so it can update its algorithm. And this logistics company website was literally indexed, and literally disaster could have happened. One of the things that could have happened is because it's a smart logistics company.
It's a smart logistic.
Absolutely. Anyone could have rerouted shipments in real time.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, on a global scale, what alarms me the most is the industrial control systems still connected to the internet, which it's crazy. From water plants to power grids. For example, the Stuxnet attack. Have you heard of it?
No.
So you have got the Stuxnet attack on
Stuxnet, yeah.
Yes, on Iran's Natanz, I believe, or Natanz, something like that, nuclear facility. That was basically over a decade ago. It was a warning shot to what could go wrong, and now similar vulnerabilities exist in everything from shipping ports to literally traffic lights. So we are literally defending again 21st century threats with 20th century systems, and that is very dangerous.
Yes. So I would say, like, just from your things that you've been saying to me, technology has gone so advanced that the systems that we're still following is already outdated.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Is
You would
there-
be. I mean, if you really knew that an ATM uses Windows XP, and your money is in risk, would you really use it?
No, not really.
So people are not aware.
Yeah.
That's why.
Is this also the cause of why most of the ATMs are always down?
Absolutely.
During
I mean,
downtime.
similar to McDonald's ice cream machines.
But it's very alarming though. Like, is there a way to update this? Do you think?
So I mean, there is, of course, there is a way. Very expensive.
Are
though.
they working on it?
No, I mean, very, very expensive. From last time I checked, they would rather spend a lot of money with insurance companies to protect the security patches that they have found than them
You're
spending
talking
money.
about big companies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So last I checked, banks would rather spend more money on insurance to protect themselves from different breaches to what security threats they have found than them updating the system, because them updating the system will cost them a lot more. Because here you're talking about a national bank that doesn't only have one ATM. And bear in mind, not all ATMs are controlled by the bank itself. Sometimes you have the operator. For example, in the UK, you have Cash Zone.
Okay.
Cash Zone is an ATM operator.
Yeah.
They don't own a bank. They are authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority in the UK, but they are not a bank. They are operating ATMs and stuff like that with the cash and the money of the banks. And it's very alarming.
Yes.
It's if people knew things like this, they would definitely not use it.
Do you think Corona or the COVID year affected this? Because obviously, after that year, everything has to be cashless. Everything has to go through online payments, contactless payments, and all this. Do you think these companies, who's like these big banks, has been stubborn on updating the system because they see the future that it would be contactless payments?
Look, that's a very, very good question. And I would answer it from my personal point of view.
Yes.
Some people might like my answer, some people might not like my answer. I still remain on my fundamental essentials in life,
Yeah.
and that is cash is king.
Okay.
No matter how much money you have in the bank, with a blink of an eye, it can disappear. Because at the end of the day, you need to realize the money you have in the bank is not in your possession. What's in your possession is the numbers you see on your mobile phone from the banking app, or the number that you see on a receipt that gets printed when you go to a bank branch, or the receipt that gets printed from an ATM. But at the end of the day, your money is not safe, in my opinion, from a cybersecurity point of view, in any bank. And if I tell you the horror stories that happen today,
Please.
in different parts of the world, you would be surprised at how many people will stop using the banks.
Okay. Can you tell a story?
Because they are very, very kind of detailed and confidential. I wouldn't be able to go into
No
details.
problem. No problem.
But it's dangerous. It's dangerous. So instead of you keeping money in the bank, personally, from my point of view, I believe it's better for you to invest it in either gold, hold gold, keep gold with you. Even you might rent a space, like a postal space from the bank or from the Royal Mail, postal office of the country that you're in, to save your items in a safe there. But at the end of the day, whenever you want, you can go ahead and get that gold, sell it off or whatever. But you putting that money in a bank, it's not safe for many, many different reasons. One of them is, of course, cybersecurity attacks. And sometimes the bank will protect you to a point of view, to the point where it covers it by insurance. But then if the mistake is yours,
Then you have nothing.
then
to do
you
with
have
it.
nothing to get protected on.
Okay.
And in the UK, the regulation on finance by the Financial Conduct Authority, it's £80,000.
80,000.
Absolutely. So imagine if you had 1 million in the bank.
They're only going to give back to you
80,000,
80,000.
absolutely. And 80,000 is literally nothing to somebody who owes or has millions and millions.
Of course.
And another thing that people don't realize is some banking and financial institutions have got a group of companies. For example, you have Halifax and Lloyd's banks. They are part, and I believe there is another bank. There is multiple brands in it that are part of the same group. So they operate kind of part of the same license, which means if you had 1 million in Lloyd's Bank, 1 million in Halifax Bank, you are only being protected for 80,000 in both, because they all operate on the same group.
Okay.
So you wouldn't have 80,000 here and 80,000 there. No, you'd have 80,000 under both, which is dangerous also again for somebody who has money and wants to protect their money.
Yes.
So that's why it's best for you to always invest, whether it is in the stock market, whether it is in gold, whether it is in livestock even nowadays, because of course livestock will always have a return, since people would always want to eat.
Yeah.
At the same time, gold's always on the rise. And in my opinion, nowadays, silver, give it 10 to 15 years,
Silver.
absolutely, it will shoot off like there is no tomorrow. We are literally living to a point where silver is on the rise.
Okay. That's interesting. Yes, interesting. Going back to humans are the weakest link.
Yes.
Why do you think people are still so careless with their data?
Do you want the honest answer?
Yes, please.
Because the threat feels invisible.
The threat feels invisible.
Yes.
Okay.
People fear what they can see, not what they can't.
True. Yes.
So if I can see something in front of my eyes, I'll be like, oh, that's scary.
Yes.
But if I don't see it, I'm not fearful.
Yeah.
So, let me give you a very good example.
Yes, please.
Have you heard of Cambridge Analytica?
I've heard of Cambridge, but not Cambridge Analytica.
You have heard of Cambridge University?
Yes. Cambridge, yes. Very,
Or Cambridge there in the
yes,
UK. No. Cambridge Analytica literally used Facebook data to influence elections. And you'd expect after people hearing that or knowing that would be more cautious. Yet millions of people will go ahead and click on the accept all cookies. You know, when you visit a website, accept all cookies.
Yes.
Accept all cookies every day without reading a thing on the terms that it says. So the trade-off between privacy and the convenience is modern days social contract. And most people sign it blindly. You clicking on the accept terms and conditions, you clicking on accept cookies, you click on whatever, this is literally your social contract.
Okay. Yes.
You don't-
Basically, you agreeing to whatever they wanted to do.
Definitely. And with browsers nowadays, for example, Chrome,
Yeah.
when you accept the cookies and stuff like that, Chrome will literally save a file on your local computer.
A firewall.
No, a file.
Okay, a
A
file.
file
Yeah.
on your local computer that has got all the cookies involved, like saved in and all that stuff. So when you visit websites, you'd see all of that. So imagine what that it does to your computer, to your systems,
Yes.
to your data.
What does it actually do?
Cookies is basically to remember certain things on certain websites.
Okay.
You maybe, for example, your data, your information, on how you do things, on how you operate, how you. It's many different things, and often it might not be ethical, but some companies use that to power up their advertisements and marketing campaigns, because them having data on you, which again will most likely come from privacy agreement to subscriptions to cookies and stuff like that, they will literally show you
Yes.
stuff that you want to see that they can sell you.
Yeah. Yeah. So how much of cybersecurity today is really about psychology rather than technology? When we say psychology, is the habits of people, you know, this
I can
kind of
say wholeheartedly, easily 70%.
Okay.
Hackers don't need to break systems when they can break people.
That's actually true. It's actually true. as what you've mentioned earlier, hackers, when they see a mistake, that's where they capitalize on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially when there is neglect.
Neglect.
Yes.
Oh,
So even every phishing email is designed around psychology. It builds fear, urgency, greed, curiosity for you to use that. And the human brain is the new attack surface. So it uses that to power up itself.
yeah.
So that's why I always say the next evolution in cybersecurity isn't better programming or better code. Do you know what it is?
What is it?
Better awareness.
Okay. Yes. Is there any awareness campaigns already out there?
I would say to every human being, no matter what you do, no matter what you specialize in, no matter what your skills are, no matter how old you are, you should always enroll into cybersecurity awareness courses.
Do you have an example, or do you recommend any?
It's not the whole video is going to be sponsored. The whole session is going to be sponsored.
I hope so. But do you recommend anything that's very, very reliable and can give us like very good awareness onto these things?
There are many different brands that offer it. For example, Cisco has got some very good options. Many different cybersecurity firms that have got. It doesn't necessarily have to be. I mean, go on to Future Learn, you would have some good ones.
Okay.
Or go to SlideShare, you would have literally presentations made by people on emails or security. I'm not going to be able to give you
Yes.
one particular, but you have many different options.
So with this like kind of habits and all this, we talked about earlier about people browsing. Now specifically me, like browsing onto things and I didn't even know it. It's already presenting in front of my eyes. Do you think social algorithms and data mining are doing more harm or good?
I mean, before I answer the question,
Yes, please.
I want to go through what you said first. Is
Yes.
before you think and before you do, once
It's
you start
already
browsing,
there.
it's already there.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things that's part of the retargeting campaigns.
Retargeting.
Yes, it's maybe something that you have used on Google, or maybe something you have typed on Google, or maybe something that you have said on the phone, and it picked it up, and then what happened is just simply retarget you on social media or other platforms. So now to answer your questions, both, literally both, is doing good and doing bad. They are democratized voices, but weaponized attention.
Okay.
So algorithms don't care about truth. That's not what they are there for. They care about engagement. How they engage with people, how people engage with them, how people engage with the video, how people engage with the likes, how people are engaging with what they see. So the platforms were built, now we're talking back then, platforms were built to connect people. Now, it manipulates them.
Okay. Yeah.
And how do they manipulate them? But exactly what you just said at the beginning. You seeing things that out of the blues popping up and all that stuff.
Yes. And suddenly you add to cart.
So, ching,
Yes.
payment done.
A new shoe, whatever, a new camera lens or whatever.
Yes. So
yeah.
we created systems to study human behavior, and they ended up rewriting it. Absolutely. That's the dangerous truth.
Yes. Like if it's that bad,
Yes.
if it's that bad, who would you put blame on? Is it the system or is it the human?
Is the technologists.
Is the technologist?
Yes.
Yes.
I would go back to what I said at the beginning of the session.
Yeah.
Technologists need to be held accountable.
Does it differ in country to country, or is it like a general rule of a technologist?
Look, I mean, for example, in Saudi Arabia, you have PDPL, which is the personal. It's personal, basically the personal data clauses. In the UK, you have GDPR. again, related to data and stuff like that. So the whole world, of course, government level, they need to create something together when it comes to holding technologists accountable. No matter where you are from the world, you need to be held accountable for what you create.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, I always go by one thing, and that is people can always create whatever they want,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean they should,
Yes.
because sometimes it can be used against you.
Yes. Yes.
So,
yes.
and especially when you don't have accountability to hold people accountable when it comes to stuff like this. You have accountability to when it comes to certain things, like I said, the GDPR and the PDPO and stuff like that here in Saudi Arabia. But at the end of the day, they many things they are not held accountable, which is very dangerous. So, yeah.
How has being so close to the digital world changed the way you think about privacy and trust? Because obviously you know a lot of things, you know.
I don't.
But compared to a normal human, like compared to me, which my password will be 12345
Where which bank?
you obviously know a lot of things compared to me. But what did it change how you view things?
It made me value silence.
Okay.
Privacy isn't secrecy; it's choice.
It's powerful. Yes. You only show what you want people to see. Something like along this line.
Yes. Now, I trust technology, but even me being an entrepreneur and technological entrepreneur, I verify everything behind it.
Okay.
Whether it is facial recognition at the airport, smart home devices, or AI assistance or voice assistance, the question I always ask is who holds the data and for how long?
Do you know?
Absolutely.
Will you know?
Absolutely. And that's why I either proceed with it or I go by the old method, and that is the manual way of doing things.
Okay. Like, for example, give me a situation. You go through airport, you really need to follow the rules, right? Something like this in
Yes,
order
but
to
the
travel.
airports, like a lot of airports, they're not abide by only one process. You have, for example, let's say, again, let's take the UK
Yes.
airport, Heathrow Airport, for example. Heathrow Airport, when you arrive, you have two ways of literally getting out of the airport. One way is using the e-gates, and the second way is using the normal human touch, which is
Okay.
going to a security officer, like police officer and stuff like that, and checking out and all that stuff. I mean, going out the airport.
Yeah.
So if you go to the e-gate, of course, the e-gate is connected to data
Yeah.
systems via APIs, via local data, no matter what it is, through governments, because of course I hold a passport that might not be the same passport that I'm like of the country that I'm entering. So that means they will have to verify my information, which means government are interlinked.
Yeah.
So in real time, they are verifying the data that they have on me in the country. Am I wanted by the Interpol? Am I not wanted by the Interpol? And stuff like that. So essentially, you would always ask yourself, who holds that data? Now, I came to the system, to the e-gate. I'm looking at the camera for my face. It recognized it because I put my passport in. But then, where does that data go? Who sees that data? I know it could be systems only, but then it could be humans also, because if I'm wanted by the Interpol, for example, or if I'm wanted by a government, or I'm flagged on the system, whatever, the system will not allow me to come in, and they will send me off to the police officer. Tell them, oh yeah, well, there is a system glitch or something.
Yeah.
Go see a police officer.
Okay.
You'll go to see a police officer, and they will tell you, bye-bye. You are
Go
wanted. Go inside. Simple as that.
Yes.
So I always choose to go through manual way.
Manual way.
Yes. Because again, if you want to get away with things, of course, I'm not encouraging criminality here, but if you want to get away with things, go and interact with humans. Even when you are at the airport, even when you are like traveling, even when you are literally doing anything, always interact with humans more than interact with systems. Why? Because if you are wanted, as an example, again, I am not encouraging
Yes,
criminality, and this is for educational purposes only.
Yeah.
If you are wanted by let's say a government body.
A government body, yeah.
If you go to the system and you are flagged on the system, you will 100% get caught. But if you go to the human that is on the counter or the kiosk or whatever, there's a slight chance for them to oversee it.
Yeah.
So you still have a percentage that you will get away with it.
Yes, yes. It's true. It's true. I would say it's very, very true.
Absolutely.
We're going to go back again to why human is the weakest link amongst all of this.
Yes.
You know, because even when I see in other gyms, you go onto a gym, you scan your QR code, barcode, whatever it is, and then if you don't have a membership, or if your membership is expired, they will not let you into the gym. But if you go through a front desk, where the front desk is your friend, you have a very, very good chance that you come into a gym and work out for free.
Definitely.
Yes.
Now let me put it this way. Let me put it another way. I get one QR code, okay, and I share it between my friends. Where's the check at the gym?
Yes. Yeah.
If I go to the human,
Yeah.
they'll most likely see me, be like, oh yeah, this QR code is not you or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't come in.
Yes.
But if I go to the system, how is the system going to check me at the gym? One QR code, all my friends come in for free.
Yeah.
Every hour there is a new session.
Yeah.
Where's the check? So that's why sometimes manipulation will take place. So things like this is manipulation. Why? Because I'm just manipulated the system to let me and other people in, because there is no check. Unless there's, of course, cameras and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You've mentioned that you are also an entrepreneur, even until to this date. What's been the hardest part of building a company in the fast-changing world of technology?
Keeping integrity in a world that rewards speed is very, very challenging. The pressure to innovate fast often leads to companies to skip security, ethics, testing, quality control, etc. Now, the hardest part of building in tech is chasing trends. Sorry, it isn't chasing trend. It's resisting them.
Okay.
So yeah, that I would say that's the hardest part. I would say that is literally the hardest part. It's not building in tech. It isn't chasing trends. It's basically resisting them. Definitely.
Resisting. What do you mean by resisting trends? Like, are trends always a good thing with the new company, or you should follow a trend in order to be in line to the level of the company that you want to be?
Let me give you an example.
Yes.
Nokia.
Nokia.
Yes.
The cell phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know the story between Nokia and Android?
No.
When Nokia was the biggest thing in the market, and then Android was coming in, and Nokia said, you know what, we're not going to update our systems. We're not going to follow trends. We're not going to do this. And look at them now.
They're nothing. Yeah. Nowhere to be found.
Exactly.
They used to be the biggest.
Because they were the first.
They were the first, yeah.
But they didn't capitalize on the innovation they had created. So imagine when there was a competition between Android and Nokia. Of course, Nokia was the leading market.
Yes.
Everyone used to have Nokia. Literally, remember the phone with the antenna with a hello, all of that stuff. It's like the radio station.
Yes.
You have that phone. Android came and he said about screens, digital, all of that stuff. Nokia didn't want to update the systems. They wanted to keep the same way. They didn't follow the trend that was taking place in the world at that moment in time. And what happened? Android crushed them.
Yeah.
Android came in with a smartphone, smart device, touchscreen, this, that. It's crushed Nokia. And look at Nokia now. Nokia nowhere to be found. Android, one of the leading in the market. Alongside, of course, Apple. And Huawei now is trying to do something, but of course, it will take them a very, very long time.
Yes. With that case, just this is just from a general public, like this normal human being observation. I would say Android is always updating their systems, always has something new. And then Apple, from maybe like 5-6 years ago, they've been sticking to what they know and only updating a little bit. Yeah, there's always like this thing in the market or in the general population that whenever you steal a iPhone, you can't really use it. Basically, when a cell phone, an iPhone is stolen, is unusable once the owner reported it to Apple.
Not
And they
necessarily.
blocked the phone.
Not necessarily. No, not always.
Not always, yeah.
I mean, in this particular one, there is sometimes a bypass, like a way of bypassing things. But of course, you would need to know when the phone gets stolen, why is it getting stolen, and what is the benefit of it to the people. So a lot of the times when people, when people's phones are stolen in the UK again, do you know where they go in the world?
No.
Guess.
In the world. India?
China.
China. Why?
So, and then again, that's a fact, and that's basically what's is proven out there. When phones get stolen in the UK, they get shipped back to China. Even if it doesn't get cracked or broken, the parts of the phone can be used and utilized elsewhere.
So they're selling it to China.
So,
Okay, to be the parts to be reused.
yes. And certain thieves in the UK, they are earning anywhere between 200 to 500 USD dollars per each phone stolen.
Oh,
And in a blink of an eye, they are in the UK on motorcycles, on motorbikes. In a blink of an eye, the thief might pass by a road and literally might pick up a few phones just by going in.
yeah.
And then that couple of phones, literally, blink of an eye, they have 5,000 in their pocket.
5,000 already. It's crazy, eh? Because, people, they steal phones because they want a phone. But I didn't know that people steal phones because this is a big business to send back to China and sell the parts.
And do you know, in the police in the UK, you used not to pay attention to these type of petty crimes because at the end of the day, it's a phone.
Yeah.
But do you know what that is boosting?
No.
Can you guess?
No.
The insurance industry.
Okay.
Why? People are opting in to buy insurance when they buy a new phone because if it gets stolen again, it can cover them full
Yeah.
upfront. So
Okay.
we are literally creating these industries ourselves. We are boosting these industries ourselves. So and that is encouraged by governments. So if the government had encouraged police to catch these petty crimers,
Yeah.
we would not have to boost up
We wouldn't
police on insurance.
Insurance and phones and all this. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Definitely.
How do you decide what innovations are worth pursuing?
I apply 3 filters.
Okay.
Does it solve a real problem? Does it empower people, or it just impresses them? And the third thing, can it scale securely? So if it fails at any of these 3, it's just a hype.
It's just a hype.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So remember, let me ask you this: do you remember Google Glass?
Yes.
Brilliant tech, correct?
Yeah.
Wrong purpose.
Yeah.
But now AI-driven fraud prevention has changed the global banking industry. So real innovation stands the test of security and the usefulness that it comes with it. So if it's something that is useful, fantastic. Why? We are using AI. Nowadays, a lot of people are scared of AI for whatever reason. But then we're using AI to attack fraud.
To attack fraud. Yeah.
Absolutely. And we are doing very good at it. Not in all not in every country, but we are doing good at it in certain countries. So, but on the other hand, with Google Glass, brilliant tech, but it just literally wrong purpose.
What was missing?
I don't want to go head to head with Google.
But in your own opinion, what was missing on Google Glass?
I would rather not get that.
Yeah.
I would rather not get that.
It's okay. It's okay. Have you ever built something that scared you once you realize its potential impact?
Yes. Years ago, my team built a prototype that could literally analyze human behavior. That will predict insider threats within the company. It worked incredibly well. Incredibly well. And that's what scared me. Why? Because the same system that could protect an organization could easily be misused for surveillance.
Yeah.
So it taught me something I'll never forget. And that is, just because you can build something, it doesn't mean you should.
Take it to the public.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because imagine us continuing that system. It studies the employees, it predicts the threats and all that stuff. But then at the same time, it could be used against us because it could literally have, if it falls in the wrong hands, a surveillance on our organization, on our companies, on our people, when they come in, when they go out, when they, like, 101 things.
They would be monitored 24/7.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this information can be used dangerously.
Yes.
So we scratched it. Never went public.
Yeah. You think it would do harm because you would find out habits of your existing employees, which is really doing good in the company, and you would flag that, and the system would this is not good. Is that a case or?
No, it's, for example, if employees, for example, employee performance, if we want to take by employee performance, people are doing sales, people are doing, let's say, tasks, different things and all that stuff. They spend time, they spend, like, productivity, all of that stuff. We want to, let's say, monitor that to make sure that we are on track on going where we want to go and we reach our goal and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, what if that data, including the check-in and check-out of the company and stuff like that, what if that data fall into the wrong hands?
Okay.
Now, before I go to the fall beforehand, like to wrong hands, for us as a team, we want to know the threats that we could have. For example, we can have the behavior control on your emails. Are you going to respond to an email that's asking you to send the money to XYZ bank that you're not aware of? Or it's not part of your job? Or whatever, because you are not the fan. For example, you are, let's say, in the marketing department, and somebody asks you to transfer $5,000 to a bank, or maybe your CEO or your chairman asked you to send 5,000 because they are very busy, and they told you, "Don't call me, I have a meeting right now," and then you are scared. Oh, I'm gonna get fired if I don't do it.
Yeah.
Again, this is the fear that they build. So what happens if you go ahead and send that?
Yes.
So we wanted to use that system to predict the threats.
Yeah.
But then again, that system could be used against us.
I get it now. Yeah. Yes. It's a double-edged sword.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like a knife. You can cut a tomato with it, or you can kill with it.
Yeah. True.
Same thing here.
Yes. Okay, speaking of AI, you spoke about AI in a bit. How do you see AI changing cybersecurity? Is it more of a weapon or is it more of a shield?
It's both.
Okay.
And let me tell you why. AI can detect anomalies faster than any human being. But now let's take it from another side. It can also create the perfect scam. It can also create the perfect deepfakes and even self-learning malware. A malware that's sitting on your computer and literally learning how you're doing things and then giving you things that you are doing and you're used to. Let's take an example of an AI scam that already happened, which was a cloning scam where criminals literally mimicked a German CEO's voice to authorize $1 million wire transfers, and they were very successful at it. So yes, AI is the new arms race. So The future of cybersecurity will be defined not by who builds like the AI, but who actually teaches it with ethics.
Okay. Do you think future wars will be fought through code or with guns?
I don't know if I should answer this, but they already are. Let's look at it from one perspective.
Yes.
The Russian-Ukraine conflict.
Okay.
It saw a cyber attack that took down banks and power infrastructure days before missiles were launched.
Okay.
Literally, before even any missile, or however you want to call it, before it was launched, banking and power infrastructure was taken down completely.
It's already infiltrated, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, the next war won't begin with explosions and bomb here, bomb there. It will literally begin with outages. Your power plant went off. Your nuclear site, something happened to it. Your national water, something happened to it, you know? And then you will hear the explosions and the bombs and all that stuff. So 100%, we are already in it, and we are already living in that era.
Yeah. You know, AI, we cannot deny that AI is already here.
Yes.
You know, it's already there.
Yes.
You know, we are just not acknowledging it. You know, a lot of the general consensus or general population would think like, oh, AI is the future. You know, they are talking about the future.
Yes.
But they don't realize that AI is already here. You know, it will just develop, become smarter and all this. In the future, you know, are we ready for the rise of this, you know, autonomous digital systems, AI that defends or attack on its own? So basically AI battling with AI.
Technologically, yes. Ethically, no. We have built systems that can act, but not ones that can explain why. Before we give autonomy to machines or robots or AIs, we need to have accountability for their makers. And I go back to what I said earlier. We need to have accountability for technologists. Now, better than later.
What technology do you believe will redefine the next 10 years of our lives?
I mean, we pretty much spoke about a couple of them. For example, the AI, cybersecurity, biodata. We're entering a world where your heartbeat can unlock your car.
A heartbeat.
Absolutely. There are systems that can have your heartbeat unlock your car. Your fridge monitors your diet.
That would be nice.
And your digital ID being as your passport. So the question isn't whether it's coming. It's whether we will control it or it will control us.
It's amazing how technology evolved over the past decade.
I still remember the big TV, the big
Yes.
server room that's like literally full of its server. Now, a box like this is a server.
Even a small computer.
Absolutely.
I think I've seen one of the podcasts. He presented the USB. Very, very small USB. And then he asked his guest, what is this?
It's a computer.
No, he asked the host, what is this? The host said, it's a USB drive, flash drive. This is a computer. If I plug this in your computer, I will know everything. I can even hack into your system. I can know what passwords you're doing, you know. This is now the technology that is already there. You know?
You should have told me before, because I would have given you a gift, a dangerous gift, when I came here. It's a cable.
Okay.
It's a charging cable
Yes.
that you can use to charge your mobile phone. It looks the same as the original charging cable that you have
Yeah.
of whatever brand you are with, whether it is Samsung or Android or Apple or whatever. But you won't know This cable have been manipulated to open a back door for me.
Oh wow. Yeah.
You should have told me.
Yeah.
I would have literally brought this with me when I came here.
Yeah.
It's literally like a normal cable that opens a back door
What do you mean by opens a back door?
to give me access whenever I want to access your systems, to monitor.
Oh no, you can keep that gift.
No, doesn't mean doesn't mean I will keep it. What it means, I said you. I want to show you how it works,
Yes.
and you would keep us as a. But don't use it.
No, but it has become a. You know, if you think of it, you know, like I know you are very more well versed on these kind of things, and by being well versed, you have more control of it, and you understand like this should happen, this whatnot should happen, you know. But for a normal human, you know, ignorance sometimes a bliss.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
Answer me honestly.
Yeah.
When you travel and you go abroad and you don't have data, how do you get data on your phone?
I use an app called Mobile Matter or something. So basically, it gives me like a fake SIM card or a digital SIM, eSIM,
Okay.
an eSIM, and then through that eSIM, I purchase internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what if you don't have internet to access that app?
Oh, I haven't done yet. I haven't realized that yet.
So do you travel? How do you usually travel?
In what sense? What do you mean?
When you travel like abroad,
Okay, when I travel abroad,
is
I
it usually take like land or sea or like
air.
Air,
Usually
air.
air, yeah.
So you go through airports and stuff like that. Do you ever connect to like any Wi-Fi's and stuff like that?
Yeah, airport internet.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Do you? How is the speed with it?
Quite fast.
Right?
Yeah.
You do know this is one of the most dangerous.
Internet?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because you have so many people in the airport. That is the perfect spot for a hacker that wants to do some damage.
In the airport.
Absolutely. So in the airport, I can create a fake Wi-Fi connection that literally says the same name as the airport, same password as the airport. If it's open, I'll leave it open or whatever. But the only difference between my Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi in the airport is that it will all look the same. It will all act the same. But the only difference between the airport and my Wi-Fi is my Wi-Fi can keylog, and whatever data you are putting through your phone into a browser, messages, whatever, it will go through sockets, through patches, basically through data that will go through the network, which means would pass through whatever device I created to give you that connection.
Yeah.
So if you put your password, I will be able to see your password because it's going through the same network.
Okay.
So if I want to manipulate it, I can manipulate it that way.
Oh, it's dangerous.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It happens a lot often. It happens very often.
In airports.
Absolutely.
Airport and hackers. It's good to know. And what would you advise for the general public on how to protect themselves on this
Never
one?
connect to any public Wi-Fi. Never.
Never.
Ever. Never, ever, ever.
Okay.
Never take any cable from anybody. Never ask for any power bank from anybody. I would rather go spend money, buy brand new cable, brand new power bank from a shop that I can trust or whatever, and use it to charge my phone or to power up my phone or whatever, rather than me taking a cable or charger from anyone.
Are airport supplied cables safe?
No supplied cable is safe, in my opinion, even if it might be safe. I see all of them dangerous because all it takes is one click.
See, this is difference between you and me.
Well,
You understand this.
but that's what I told you in the
Yes.
like that's what I told before.
Yes.
People fear what they see. They don't fear what they can't see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So things like this, you don't see it, you don't know about it. So of course you will act as a normal. You would live your life.
Yeah.
But then that's the cost of living.
Yes, true.
So it's part of
Yeah,
it.
true. It's not that they can extract a lot of money from me, but I wish they can extract.
Just
like,
give me the bank that you have that password of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
yes. I wish they can extract a lot of money from me, but they won't find anything.
But believe me, even with them having your data can take money from you. I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Can I get a loan out on your name?
Yes.
Can I take money from you? Yes or no?
Already did.
So
Yes. Yes. Crazy, man. Okay, so right now, no more public
nothing.
Wi-Fi.
No more public nothing. Cable, charger, Wi-Fi, anything public. You know, USBs on your computer. Never plug a USB. Never plug a USB.
Like so publicly supplied or
Public supplied or anybody who gives you a USB.
No.
Even if it was a professional, even if it was, because again, I will give you a gift from me to you, a USB. As soon as you plug it on your computer, blink, your computer is in with me. I have access to your computer remotely.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Your gifts are. I don't like your gifts. Only the book is good, but most of your gifts I don't like.
No, but I want you to see
Yes, I understand.
the reality of things, because it really happens. It might not happen on a normal level, but if you have got a corporation that is well known in the industry, very powerful, very good, etc., you would be on the edge of attacks such as this. So if you don't make your team, your people aware of these things, they will literally just disappear. They will take whatever they want.
Yeah, I agree. It happens on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
Companies to companies,
Oh, 100%.
extracting data into another data.
100%.
Yeah. I think this is the modern war.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I told you before. We already live in it.
Yes, this is modern war.
We already live in it.
It's crazy how you think of it, right? So do you think technology is evolving faster than human ethics can keep up with?
Absolutely. Our code updates every week. Our morals every generation. That's the real digital divide. So it's not access to devices, but access to wisdom. So we don't need just smarter technology. We need wiser technologists.
Technologists.
Yes.
It's crazy, eh? It's crazy.
It can make you or break you,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah. When you say technologists, because I can think of different things. It may be an engineer, it may be information technology graduate, or like where this technologist comes from.
Anybody who creates something that the general public access. Anybody who creates something that many people can access. The general public, mass groups, they should be held
Accountable for.
Absolutely. I think, in my opinion, the best way to control this is by, when you create a corporation or a company in any country, you'll have to put in your work, what type of work the company will do.
Yeah.
I think as part of that process, if somebody or the director or the owner or the chairman of the company chooses, let's say, something related to technology, they should automatically be flagged for that framework of basically accountability
Yes.
on technologists. I think that would be a good way to
control
it.
this.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. It's crazy because you will have. I would say this hackers or these people trying to develop things, they're geniuses. Because it becomes a passion, right?
Definitely.
It is a passion. You just don't go to school and say like, I'm gonna be a hacker one day.
Yes.
Do you?
Hacker is self-taught, self-made. You'll never be able to go to education, formal or informal. Like, for example, government-backed or private or whatever, and learn how to hack. That will never happen. But you would learn how to protect yourself. And then, of course, all the other things will come along with it. For example, me and my best friend, Shout out to Joseph Foot, my best friend. We got excluded from our educational body because we hacked into our systems, into our educational bodies. We were able to put ourselves into the classes we want to be in. We were checking in when we want to check in to the university, to the educational body. We did quite a few things, and our head became big-headed, and all of a sudden we got caught, and we got excluded. We were literally on the edge of getting blacklisted from the educational system in the UK. Literally, there is a big story that happened with this, and the principal that interviewed us didn't understand the language we were using to explain what we did or how we did it and stuff like that, because they're not technical. They had to hire a consultancy firm, a technology consultancy firm, to understand in simple terms what we were saying.
Okay.
So sometimes people, even in the higher ups, don't even understand how this technology exactly works. That's how dangerous it is. That's why I always go back to what I said before. Awareness is very, very important. Having your team, having your employees, your family, your friends, being aware of how cybersecurity works, how stuff like this works, it is very, very important.
Yes. Yeah.
But thankfully, we overcame it, and here we are.
Yeah. You during that time, what were you studying?
Cybersecurity investigations
Cybersecurity.
cybersecurity investigations for forensic science.
For forensic science.
Yes.
But then you hacked into the system.
That's part of our job.
Yes.
Our job is literally cybersecurity. Our
Yes.
job is ethical hacking.
When the organization or your school found out that you hacked into the system, of course they will think like, first of all, they will be mad because you hacked. But did they think that there is a loophole in that system that you guys managed to penetrate?
In my opinion, the second you said, it's better. I will tell you why. I mean, at the end of the day, you're literally teaching your students cybersecurity investigations and forensic science.
Yeah.
So what are you expecting for your students to do? You should either create a simulation system for them to simulate things and see how it works and all that stuff, or they will start testing it on your systems. And if they do test it on your systems and they manage to find vulnerabilities on your network or on your systems or whatever it might be, you should be very, very encouraging to them, because they just saved you a lot of money.
Yes.
Because imagine that went public, or imagine the student was sneaky and they didn't make it public. They kept it to themselves.
They use it at their own advantage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I will tell you stories from the same university, from the same educational body that I graduated in, that will shut down the educational body.
Yes.
I saw things in my eyes that I can promise you the educational authority in the UK will literally, the Department of Education in the UK will 100% shut down that education body if they saw what me and my best friend saw. They will literally shut it down. I can guarantee you 100%. That's how powerful the information was. So imagine the information that we had went into the wrong hands.
Yes.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because that will be instant shutdown of the educational body. Without a blink, without a warning.
Yeah, without warning.
And why? And what would that happen? What would that create? A financial impact on the stakeholders that are involved in the ownership of that educational body.
I see. If you could redesign one aspect of how society interacts with technology, what would it be and why?
That's actually a very good question, because it literally matches with what we just said. Education. Absolutely. We teach people how to use technology, not how to question it. So digital literacy should be as fundamental as reading or as maths. So, because the next generation will inherit a world written in code, so they need to know how to use it.
Yes.
So the best way to move ahead with this is educating them, and education, and education, and education, educating people. That's the best way to literally go ahead.
Yeah. With how they
With-
deal with technology.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely. Do you also think that teaching them the ethics that we want them to portray in the future is important?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
definitely. Every single look. You can't put out a fire if you don't know how the fire works. And same thing with cybersecurity. You can't save a system if you don't know how the attack happened or how the attack is happening. You can simply unplug
Yeah.
the internet or the power and you're good to go. But would that really stop the problem? No.
No.
Because if it was malware that infected your network, it will just wait
Until you
until
plug
you turn it
in.
back on.
Yeah.
But if you're aware how these things work, then you would know exactly what to do.
Exactly. Thank you, man.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
very much.
Thank you for having me.